Hi guys. So today I wanted to talk about something that's again quite heavy on my chest, and anything that I do speak about um, is it's either something that I'm going through or it's something that I've gone through, and I find that speaking speaking about things it helps me to process and move forward um, in a much more beneficial way for me to elevate further spiritually instead of reacting through the emotion that I feel in that moment. So yeah, today I just wanted to talk about the power that is truly inside of you. And when I say that's inside of you, I mean seriously, this is between you and your higher self. Everything in life is to do with you and becoming your higher self. And there's a lot of challenges that are in the way to get to your higher self due to the programming we have from the way that society is structured, and also through ignorance of our parents and neglect of like our true soul's journey. Because the biggest thing that I find so tough being spiritual is mostly the people around you are not people who value you for you. And when I say you, I mean as in the energy and the soul that's inside of you, the soul that's trillions of years old. And I'm not talking about the physical you, or even the you physically in this timeline. I'm talking about the soul that's within inside of you. And the reason why I want to touch on it, because I understand through my own experience, trying to evolve and transcend higher, it's like the more focus you put on turning yourself inwards and working with yourself to reprogram your subconscious mind from the way that it was previously programmed, is that it's like people test you, people around you, loved ones, they test you. And sometimes, most of the time, it's because we need to learn that we need to let go of these people, because most of the people surrounding you are serving hidden agendas towards the programmed you, which has a lot of issues and attachments. So when you do start to walk in your divine path and the path of your spirit, so following the love within inside of you instead of the fear, people around you, how do I put it, they're still in a programmed state and they expect no different from you. So what can happen is, if you surround yourself with these people still, your subconscious mind is so powerful. It controls like 95% or more of the core power of manifesting. So when you're around these people, it's like your subconscious mind, that's the one that got programmed from ages, from a baby to 7, that seems to kick in. And that's why when you're around certain people, you're saying in the back of your mind, the conscious you is saying in the back of your mind, you know what you're saying is not how you would usually act or what you truly believe in, but yet you still follow through with not being true to your soul, because you're surrounded by these people and you want to please them because you love them, you know. And so my main point of this message today is because it's vital and very important to let go of these people, as much as it hurts, because without sounding too harsh, it's like they're just in the way of you receiving your divine blessings and moving forward. And the longer you take to let go, the more the universe is going to test you and show you these people are no good. And in the long run, you end up being disrespectful to your true purpose, your true identity, and who you really are. And I want to say how important it is that you actually listen to your soul, because your soul knows you better than anybody. It has been with you throughout your whole journey, and it doesn't really make any sense to think that anything outside of yourself can help you elevate or move forward on your spiritual path. Because like I said, your soul has been with you through the whole of it and understands you better than anybody else. The thing that I want to mention is because I think, well, from experience, one thing that I found hard was it's like your soul doesn't have a language, and I think that's what we fight with a lot, is because we try to make logical sense of the vibrations we receive, and it's just a fact of knowing. You don't need any proof. You don't need a second coincidence to show you what you're asking for. It's just a fact of knowing, standing in faith and trusting that your soul is right, because it would never let you down. Never. The only thing that will let you down is putting your faith in anything outside of yourself. And again, this is something that I've learned through experience, because everybody around me, family, they constantly test me, and sometimes just because I'm a very polite person and I do not like going against people, I find myself spiraling backwards and moving back into old habits that I previously broke away from, just to please people and to not have them disagree or hate me. But you need to understand that by doing this, you are suffocating your soul. And you're then going to be fighting with yourself. You're going to be fighting with your mind and your soul's purpose, because you cannot serve two masters. You can only serve one. And that's why I want to push the message so importantly, how important it is to connect with yourself, because only you understand you. And people need to start realizing how important this is, because until you understand this piece of information, and it's so simple, but yet it's hard to follow because of how much distraction there is on the outside. The reason it's so important, because like I said, you can't serve two things. You can only serve one. And yeah, anything outside of yourself is just, you only end up coming full circle back round and having to repeat the same lessons again and again and again and again, because that's just the way that the universe works. Because you need to remind yourself, even though the times of darkness hurt, this again is a part of the process. Because if you don't learn, you're going to have to go down to the darkness to spread your roots, to come up and see the beauty. Do you understand? And it's up to you if you then come up, see the beauty, and then choose to go backwards again, because you would just go back into that darkness. Do you know what I mean? And whereas if you follow through, you spread your roots deeper and deeper, and the flower goes up, and it becomes so vibrant and so beautiful. And yeah, it's just all a part of life. 1 second, I just want to get a light on this. Okay, that's a little bit better. So the main reason of this message is because I really want people to start feeling so overwhelmed by watching others' spiritual journey, because it's not about you and them. Because when you focus on that, you're coming away from yourself again. Because remember, before, there was no technology. Before, it was just you, and obviously we shared the experience with other people, but there was no technology to compare ourselves with others, just to sit at home and compare. When it was time to be alone, it was time to connect with yourself truly. And so I just want to encourage people to stop being so overwhelmed, because it's about you with you, and how far you have come from what you used to be. And that's the most important thing, is to stay focused on your spiritual growth, and not look at somebody else's and then compare it with your own, because that's just as bad as going on Instagram and comparing like your body with another girl's body. So I do think it's vital that more people spread that message, that is you against you, and you don't have to feel overwhelmed when you see somebody who's transcended higher than you, because the only way that you're gonna find out how you can spiritually grow is if you take out time with yourself and ask yourself these questions, and to meditate and go within, because that's the only truth. Your truth is your truth, and it might never resonate with nobody else, because it's your truth. And that's the most beautiful thing about this, is because it has no language, it has there's no race, there's no time, there's nothing apart from divine timing, which is just knowing and making the conscious making the conscious decision to make a better choice than you did yesterday, because this is what will reprogram your subconscious mind and help you to move forward. You must walk away from those people who don't serve you, because everybody has a knowing instinct. That knowing instinct is your soul. We all have our mind that talks and talks and talks, but we all have an instinct that is much more powerful and we ignore on a daily. And that is what you need to be listening to move forward. So I think that's all I wanted to say, and I wish you peace, happiness, and just don't overwhelm yourself with judgmental comments to yourself, because you must love yourself, and because otherwise you're never going to attract that, because it's what is in our subconscious what makes us manifest, what makes us attract the things we're attracting. So just really focus on reprogramming your subconscious. And how do you reprogram your subconscious? By in the present moment. That's how you reprogram it. Replacing habits with habits, and obviously replacing a bad habit with a good habit, and yeah, just making the right choice in the present moment of a conscious decision. And the more and more that you do this, this will reprogram your subconscious, and it will make things much easier for you to be around certain types of energy that influence you. They will no longer be able to influence you once you've reprogrammed yourself. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say. But peace, love, light, happiness, and yeah, just take it easy.